I hope you are able to see my screen and also you are able to hear me, right? Please confirm. Are you guys able to see my screen and also are you guys able to hear me? Please confirm. We'll proceed. Okay, fine. Thank you. So now in today's session, we'll discuss a few other things. So this will be the session 3. Okay. So in today's session, we are going to discuss about the lists. Okay. Order lists and unordered list. So after discussing about the lists, we'll see about inputs. Okay. These two topics we'll discuss in this session. So let's just do H1 and start our file server. Okay. So list means whenever we want to show some sort of data one after another in a proper formats, then we will use the lists. Okay. Uh, Now let's see how we can use the list. So in list we will be having two type of lists. We can display the data in the list formats in two ways. One is order lists, second one is unordered lists. Order list in the sense we can mention the format like 1, 2, 3, or else Roman numbers 1, Roman number 2, or else A, B, C, D, small letters, capital letters. All those are will be the order list. Unordered list means with the help of the dot or else some other symbols that we can mention the unordered lists. Understood? Okay, let's see some examples so that you will be clear. Unordered list. Okay, first we'll see about the unordered lists and then we'll go for the order lists. Okay, to design the unordered list, okay, here I will just do unordered list. Here I'm going to use S3. Okay, here I'm going to give UL is the tag for the unordered list. Okay, and LI is the list item. Okay, LI represents list item. What list item that we are going to show? Okay, for example, apple, banana. Apple, and the desserts. Somewhere. So now let's see the output. Are you able to see this output? This is what the unordered list. Okay, and we will be having different type of these things to mention in the unordered list. Like you can mention some sort of like in place of this dot if you want to mention some other this thing. In place of dot if you want to mention something called arrow mark or some sort of other these things that also we can mention. Let's see that one. Okay. So here in the order list, we have to give style equals to list inside this list style, right? So we'll be having different type of styles. Let's see what are those. Now you can see this is the normal style. Style this. So like this, we will be having circle and square, lot other things. Okay, circle. You can say this circle. In place of this, we will be having something called square. Where it will square box will come. If you don't want to mention anything here, so you can just give none. Okay, none means nothing will be there. Okay, so here I will write down so that for your reference, in place of none, you can mention disk or circle or square. So in this ways, we can design the. In this way, we can design the unordered lists. Okay. One more thing is you need to remember by default style for the unordered list. What is the default style of the unordered list means? It's disk. Okay, the format will be in the disk format. Okay, by default it will be in the disk format. If you haven't write anything here, okay, so by default it will be in the disk format. Circle with background dark color. Okay, by default it will be disk. If you want to configure it to something else, that you can do with the help of uh, the line style type. Okay, so now we'll see the order list. Okay, so let's take one more element, history, order list. So to represent that order list, we need to use OL. Okay, and you can use the, well, let's say something like li. Li represent list item. Okay, you can mention fetch all. Okay, yes, and what else? Okay, now you can see the order list. Okay, by default it is. You can use the same here. I'll just copy this. Paste it here. Default style for the order list will be integer. I'll just mention decimal number. Okay, by default it will be having the decimal number. Understood, guys? Are you able to understand this? Are you able to understand this? Any doubts? Anything in this? Okay. So same like this for the order list, we will be having different formats. Like you can mention capital letters, like capital caps A, caps B, or else small a, small b, or Roman numbers. All those properties that we can mention. The same like this. Uh, just let me copy this. So same like this, you can just mention here. Okay. Here you will be having different like upper alpha and see upper AB series. You can just mention alpha. Okay. We'll be having upper Roman letters will come. Upper Roman letters. Latin is also type of English format only. Okay. So this formats you will be having. So mostly you can use whichever based on your requirement, whichever is required, that you can use. Okay. So let's see different styles here. First one will be just the number, decimal numbers, uh, upper alpha, ALPH. Just copy this, save it here. Upper Roman, okay, lower alpha. You can see small a, small b, small c. So lower alpha, okay. So lower letters in Roman. Like same like that, you can mention here also none. That means nothing will get mentioned. Okay. So these are the different formats that you can mention. Lower Greek. So all these are the formats to show our list this thing. You can just mention number. Okay. So the next thing will be like this is not only the way. For example, list with sublist. Sublist. You can for example I am trying the another list here. Okay, list list item. I'm just mentioning sports, and here the list item I'm mentioning it as food items. I was just mentioning recipes. Okay, next will be places. Here we will just say H3 sublists. Okay, so now I want to mention like before below this sports, I need to mention one, two, three, four, five, or else some dot different type of sports. And below this food recipes, we need to mention different recipes. Below this places, we need to mention some other places. So how can we do that? Means inside this, what we can do is, so someone is trying to raise the hand. If you have any doubts, then only raise. Otherwise, please, if you don't have any doubts, please do not raise the hands. Okay. So what we need to do here, you can take order list or unorder list. That's up to you. So here you can mention. I'm just taking order list. So here you can mention sportsman's cricket, football, hockey. Now you can see. So if you want like different format, you can just do H20. We wanted to do this in lower alpha. Okay, A, B, C. Got it? So inside this food items, let's mention another list here. Able to see this? By default, it will come. Whatever there in the top, it will automatically take. So you don't need to mention the format here. So food recipes, I will mention with it. Okay. So same like we'll mention for the places, Switzerland. Okay. So this is how. If you want to mention few other like, so let me mention for your preference. Inside this, if you want like same Delhi, Mumbai, Hyderabad, like this also you can mention. Are you able to understood this? I hope this is clear, right? So these are the different type and different ways that we can use the lists. Any doubts, guys, in the lists? If you have any doubts in the list, please let me know, or else we'll proceed for the input. These are different type of lists. Okay. So now let's see different type of inputs. Inputs in HTML. Okay. So for mentioning the input in HTML, there is a tag called input tag. Okay, and you need to mention what is the type of the input, and you can mention the placeholder as well. Enter your name, and it's a self-closing tag. Okay, you can see enter your name. Are you able to see this? Enter your name. So like this, we will be having different type of inputs. So we'll see how. Next, you can mention email. Enter your email. Okay, and you will be having number. Enter your phone number, and like this, you will be having different type of inputs, like file, place, upload your file. You will be having date, place, select date. You'll be having date time. Okay, date time. Time. Okay, like this, you will be having checkbox. Please select. You can see there. So here I can just view PR tag, break tag. So that it will come one after another. Okay, let's do one more break tag. So that it will be a bit better. Okay, you can see this. Okay, date time. So you can see here I can enter data, some text data. Here this will be you cannot see this email difference now. When we are using this type of input in the forms, then you can see the difference, because it will validate the email is proper format or not. The email format and all, it will validate when we are using it in the forms. Okay, and here you cannot enter any text data, only you can enter numbers. Okay, only you can enter numbers, different numbers. Text data and all you cannot accept. So here also you can see. Okay, from here you can upload the files. Just for a simple file. So you can see the file name here. Okay, so from here you can select the date. Okay, the calendar will open and you can select the date. Okay, from here you can select the date and time. Okay, and this is a simple checkbox. And for button, we will be having two ways to mention the button. Okay, one way is with the help of the input we can mention, or else there is a tag called button tag in HTML. So with that help also we can mention. So submit. So you can see the submit button here. So in HTML we will be having separate tab for the button. And here I can mention uh, the name of the button on logins, just for example. Okay, so the with the help of the input also you can design the button, or else with the help of button tag also you can design the button. Understood, guys? These are some types. There are a lot other types. Like you can just go to MDN documentation. Okay, go to HTML. So here just to search inputs. Mm, Go to HTML elements. We'll be having input. Here it is. Okay. So here you can see there are a lot of different type of inputs. We'll be having button input, checkbox, color. Okay, date, time, local, email input, file, hidden, image input, month, number, password, radio, range. Well, there are lot of inputs are there. So you can use the range here. Okay, please select the range. So you can just refer this website so that you can get more knowledge. Okay, this is the range input. A lot other inputs are there. Understood, guys? So, but out of this, mostly we will use this one only. Only these we will use, and sometimes we will use this one as well, radio button. Very rarely we will use remaining other things. Got it? These are different type of inputs, and these are different type of lists. So that's it for today's session. If you have any doubts in this session, please let me know. So tomorrow we will discuss about the forms. So before that, we will discuss about the tables. So, by tomorrow we will complete the HTML module, and from Monday onwards we will proceed with the CSS. So CSS will be very interesting, and where we can do lot of animation, we can design 3D images, 3D diagrams, we can draw, and we can make the beautiful websites with the help of the CSS. So from Monday, please till Monday, please practice the complete HTML. I think by Monday you will be having a test, module test, HTML module test. Okay. So try to practice everything whatever we have discussed till today, and also tomorrow we will be having the last two topics. Like we will discuss about tables, and then we'll go for images and videos. How can we include images and videos in our website? And how can we include other websites in our websites also we can see. Okay, so these things we'll discuss tomorrow. How a stack will be used as matching tags in HTML and XML. I didn't get you, Shyam Kumar, what you are trying to ask. So tomorrow the session, this tomorrow session will be by morning itself. రేపు మార్నింగే ఉంటుంది సెషన్. సో ఈరోజు కొంచెం వర్క్ ఉంది కాబట్టి డిలే అయింది.